There's so many composers from University of Education, whenever. So you see all these musicians, they compose, and then the only way they can have their music
But then other times you get bookings.
Yes.
How does that work?
So people come for events, and then if they feel they like what they saw, and there's an upcoming event that they feel the orchestra would suit that setting, then they reach out. Yes. So I mean that's how we're able to get people to access. Yeah.
And you're paid a salary.
Yes, we are. That one day. Yes, we are. But
I know. There's not enough funding for it.
The show for
It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou. Tonight I'm here with
Eno Safo.
I'm here tonight with Eno Safo. Coming up over the next 90 minutes.
For the various candidates contesting the flag bearership, won't Ghana and the MPP be better off if instead of focusing your guns on Bawumia, you focus on holding the government accountable?
Turn your guns on the other enemy, not on me. The advice from Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to his party members as he files nominations to run as flag bearer of the party today. Another person who filed nomination today is former Education Minister Dr. Yao Educhum.
He is a flag bearer who can do flag bearer. I know there are some of you who says Educhum is so quiet. I have a backbone of steel.
Also coming up, boat carrying persons fleeing the clashes in Sola Tuna Kalba in the Savannah region capsized with fears some may have died. And later on Eyewitness News,
giving ultimatum already. We are past that. The person is on salary, is working, whether it's on attachment or internship. We are wondering what status of the Director General we have now.
The recurring standoff between unionized workers of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation GBC and their DG is here again, with workers or some of them declaring him a persona non grata. The DG, though, would have none of it.
Everything they have told you is false. If you visit GBC, you realize that work is going on normally, and the number of union executive members is not even the entire executive; it's just a fraction of them.
That's that's coming up here on Eyewitness News. We also have business news coming up, in the next 15 minutes, and Eno has the headlines.
Ghana's unemployment rate eases slightly, but 22.5% of youth remain jobless.
So that's from the Citi Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations. In the Western region, we are on Premier 100.5 FM, Beach 105.5 FM, and Sky 93.5 FM. They are all based in Takrady. In the Bono region, we are in Sunyani on Greener 95.9 FM. In Ashanti region, we are on Orange 107.9 in Kumasi. We are in the Eastern region in Somanya on 90.1 FM, that's Right FM. In the Volta region, we are in Aflau on Holy 98.5 FM. In the Northern region, we are on Dasuma 99.1 FM in Yendi. In the Upper East region, we are on Wed 88.3 FM in Zuarungu. If you go to the Upper West region, we are on Bugli Radio 88.6 FM in Wa. We are also live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Just follow the links and get to know what we are doing here on Eyewitness News. You can send messages by going to WhatsApp and dropping your message on 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. We start off with the state broadcaster, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, and unionized staff of the company has declared that they no longer recognize Professor Amin Al-Hassan as their Director General, accusing him of mismanagement, financial malfeasance, poor staff welfare, and neglect of GBC's core mandate. The man who led the press conference today is the Divisional Union Chairman for the GBC workers. His name is Sam Nat Kevo. He's joined us on the line. Mr. Kevo, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Let me send my greetings to your sharers and listeners.
What are the sins of your Director General?
The issue about the Director General from the workers of GBC is simple. The union is a mouthpiece, the executive is the mouthpiece of the unionist staff of GBC. So all what I'm doing, it represents the workers of GBC. The issue about the status of the Director General began 2023 November. We are aware his contract, a 4-year tenure, ended 1st October 2023. So the union in November 2023 petitioned the NMC to know the status of the Director General, whose contract has expired in October 1st. What are the other implications? The NMC responded to the union on 11th of December 2024 to paraphrase that they are in the process of determining the leadership of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. What they have done, there will be official communication to the union and to the general. Because mind you, that office is a public office, not a private office. So anything about that office, the public might be aware. The public might know the status of the person they are dealing with. That is how anytime there is a recruitment, appointment of the chief executive of the Director General of GBC or any public institution is made public. So we started asking further questions. So the answers were not forthcoming. A year ago, August, we're going to have a debate like this with the press. Then our national chairman came in to engage, to ask her to hold on, to engage the Director General. Almost for 3 hours. They came back to inform us that the issue will be resolved within 2 weeks. The status of his contract extension, the purported contract extension, we were told by the national chairman and the leadership of the PSW that he referred them to the Director of Human Resources. We became very curious. Because one, if you are given an appointment, it is to you. And a copy is given to the human resource management of your organization. So if you demand what is the appointment letter, you should be able to produce it. So the workers, we started asking further questions. Our fears become more deepened and affirm when this year the Controller General suspended the Director General's salary for non-financial clearance. I don't have the Act, Financial Management Act 9212 before me, but it goes like section 25 clause 5 of the Public Financial Management Act 921 2016 states as follows: a commitment in respect of staff recruitment shall, subject to financial clearance by the minister, be within the limits set by Parliament under section 215 clause 5E and XI. Now, if your salary is suspended based on this recruitment, it implies that your recruitment has a question. It's invalid. That is our humble opinion. Moreover, somebody who is a spending officer, he knows what comes to the corpus. He signs checks, he signs contracts, he signs documents on behalf of the corporation, and he's all on salary. The governance standard practice, I don't think, will permit that person to hold on to that office. It is untenable. It is very, very surprising that NMC still hold on to this without such explanative issues. Based on this, we the workers, so we don't know that our Director General contract has extended. The purported one paid suspension of his salary. It said that he's not a staff of GBC. And for that matter, you cannot work with him. That's simple and simplicity. You know, he's not demanding he's not coaching anything from anywhere. This matter could have been dealt as a matter of emergency, not be restoring to this. This is our governance of the issue. And we call the NMC to act as matter of urgency. Now, what are the processes for appointment of the board and the Director General per Article 158 of the 1992 Constitution? It says the Director General and the board will be appointed by the NMC in consultation with the President. Why this? After the appointment or in the consultation of the President, then the financial clearance will kick in to the sector minister, to the Minister of Finance as the Act is stating. Then the Minister of Finance will also give the financial clearance to the Comptroller General, Accountant General Department for its full implementation. In the absence of this, it makes that recruitment or appointment or purported contract extension invalid. That is a fair position, a candid or humble position of the union.
When was your DG appointed?
Was appointed the 1st October 2019.
What
4-year tenure.
What is the procedure? How many years do your DGs enjoy when they are appointed?
No, interestingly, he is one of the longest Director General GBC has ever had in the recent memory.
What I mean is that so when a DG is appointed, typically are years automatically assigned to them, or it is at the pleasure of the board, the NMC?
The NMC do appointment in consultation with the President. So the announcement announced, the NMC would now come to GBC to announce, to introduce the new Director General to the workers.
Okay, so if a DG is appointed and say given 4 years, can he be reappointed? Is that allowed under your law?
Yes, it's subject to renewal. So if you are not renewed...
Okay, so if he came in 2019 and you are told that he has been given a renewal, that shouldn't be a problem. Why should a simple issue of a salary issue at controller automatically mean he is no more in employment? There could be a technical issue that has led to the financial clearance bill. You know that there are so many workers who have challenges with financial clearance. That doesn't mean they are no more in employment, no? Because if there's a non-employment, there will be a formal letter communicating same.
Oman, I respectfully disagree with you. These are not technical matters. These are all legal matters under Financial Management Act 921.
Yes, but if someone is fired, the way they were appointed is the same way they will be fired. The NMC is not outside Ghana. The executive arm of government isn't outside. if they have sacked him, they would have publicized a letter to say we have removed him. But to the extent that that letter is non-existent, his contract remains valid.
In the same vein, if the contract would have been extended, they would have announced it publicly. Because that's the standard practice. So the two ways there is that the termination has not been announced. The contract extension, as per NMC's own response to our earlier petition, and their response on 11 December 2023, it gives us the room that this contract extension, per the letter from the Controller General, stopping the salary. It made it, we are not talking about technicality. The law says that what? Recruitment shall be subject to financial clearance. Now, when we are comparing to other public office holders, the office of the chief executive is no mean a position for such things not to be done. Unlike the online stuff where sometimes they do replacement. But on the contrary, the chief executive, especially, we have been raising this issue not today, from 2023. Why should this matter linger up?
But
why should NMC bring this? NMC has brought this in. Should we wait for this? If your chief executive is on salary, is not earning salary, you think that it is right for him to be signing check, business signing contracts. If there is no law, even if there is no law that there should be financial clearance, and is not receiving salary for all this, you think it is right for the purpose of humanity? Is he giving a charity?
Mr. Kevo,
because you are employed to be paid.
Mr. Kevo, my name is Umaru.
Yes.
It's Umaru, by the way.
Sorry.
How long ago since you noticed that your DG has not been drawing salary or has not been receiving pay?
This year.
Which month this year?
March.
Okay. The NMC is the one that hired him. Have you, so you said you wrote to NMC, and when NMC replied, did they say to you that they've not renewed his contract?
NMC, the petition is pending before them, and they are silent and undue delay is leading to all this.
Okay.
If
you could just stay on the line for me, I want to, and kindly be silent. I'm going to speak to your DG, and then I'll come back to you. So,
my greetings to him.
No, you are asking for him to be fired. I'm not sure he should respond to you.
No. You see, these are the issues.
If I the one,
it has nothing to do with personality.
No. If I were the one, I won't mind you. So you let you stay on the line. That's Sam Nat Kevo. He's union chairman of GBC staff. Professor Amin Al Hassan is Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Prof, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Omaro, thank you very much for the opportunity.
So I've just spoken to the union chairman on the other line, and they are saying that because you have not received salary for some months now and you do not have financial clearance, they do not acknowledge you or recognize you as their DG. For them, your contract of 2019, which expired, has not been renewed, and to the extent that that has not happened, you are a persona non grata. You are not fit to be at the workplace for them. What's your response, sir?
First of all, let me make it very clear that the union has no capacity to fire a DG. 2, the legitimate appointing authority is the National Media Commission, and as I speak to you, I have a completely executed contract between myself and the National Media Commission, witnessed by the Director of Human Resources of GBC and GBC and the NMC Executive Secretary. I have it with me, legitimate, and I don't have doubt in my mind. Number 2, regarding the issue of salary. So
before you go, that letter you talk about, when is it dated?
Oh, my contract is effective 2nd October 2023 for a 4-year term, and I have it. And so let us remember that the National Media Commission.
Just a second, Prof. So after you were given your first contract of 2019, which expired in 2023, you got a contract renewal in 2023 for another 4 years, which will expire in 2023.
Absolutely, and there is no doubt about that. And the National Media Commission itself has issued a statement to clarify that to my board, instructing my board to inform the staff. And the board called a DEBA, where the board chairman announced to all the staff that the NMC has informed it that they have renewed my second term.
And this announcement was done in 2023?
No, in this announcement, well, the announcement followed
the DEBA.
No, the DEBA followed the claim of the union that I wasn't properly appointed.
I just wanted to have I'm trying to work with a timeline. So you got your letter in 2023.
I have the 2023 to 23, 4 years to 2027. I have it.
Yes, I'm saying that. So after you got the letter, the NMC asked the board of GBC to do an announcement with the workers. I want to know when they were told formally at this DEBA. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
No, this year. And I will explain to you. The NMC appoints CEOs of state media. When they renewed Graphic and Times and GNA, they didn't issue a statement. So when they renewed mine too, they didn't issue a statement. But the union decided to make a meal out of it. And the NMC responded recently by telling the board to inform the staff that there is no problem with the renewal of my appointment and that they have renewed it. And I have the renewed contract.
Okay. Why have you not been receiving salary?
Okay. Let me explain to you. In my first term, I got my first salary after 14 months. During that time, why didn't the union tell me that I was not properly appointed? When the documents leave and they go to the Ministry of Finance, for some reason, nobody knows why it takes so long. But at some point in time, they will issue. And I am not the first DG. There was a DG who spent 2 years in the post without salary because the paper was delayed. However, in the end, he was paid. So in my first term, it took 14 months before I got my first pay. And when they paid me all the arrears, all the back pay they did. So I got everything. During this second term, there was a delay in issuing the clearance. But Umaru, I can assure you, as I speak to you now, I have with me a clearance from the Ministry of Finance, which has been copied to controller. And so this issue they are talking about, they are in the past. As I speak with you, I have received a letter from the Ministry of Finance clearly indicating that I have financial clearance for my second term for the 4-year term. So with this to controller, I'm expecting that once they receive their copy of the letter, they will ask. That was all that they were asking for a letter of clearance, and I have it as I speak with you. Except that, like I said, I am not going to make it public because it is a communication from Ministry of Finance to me about my salary. Why should I put it in a public domain? It was the union that went into records and took a copy and put it in the public domain about the request for the salary, for the financial clearance. I have it. And with that, I'm expecting to have all the arrears cleared up and everything paid to me. So I don't have a problem with salary.
Okay. So the two things they have named as your sins are, one, that your contract has not been renewed, and two, you have not had financial clearance. And based on what the PMMC Act says, you are not fit to continue to hold office. You have clarified that your contract was renewed in 2023. Was it October?
Yes.
And then you've also clarified that the non-payment.
I have in my possession a copy of the salary.
And you've also explained that the non-payment of your salary is something that this is not the first time, because your first tenure you spent you spent up to 14 months before you started receiving salary. And now
and I got all the back pay.
And now you are on the way to starting the reception of your salary based on your discussions with the finance ministry. If all of this, I have a letter to that effect.
Good.
So if this is as simple as it is, why are they up in arms against you?
Oh, I think they should answer that question. I cannot. All I can assure you is this: I have taken a clear position. The right thing must be done at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. We are tired. We are tired of the decision of unions to take matters in their hands. And, for example, Sam Nafu is speaking to you. He doesn't work. He has declared himself that he's not going to work. He is a union executive. I have said, no, you can't be a union executive full-time job. It's a part-time job. And I am assuring him that he is supposed to go to work. Staff get up. They travel abroad without permission. Staff don't come to work and they expect to receive salary. No, I said no way. If you are a staff and you don't come to work, you don't deserve salary. If you choose to travel on your own abroad to spend a month, 2 months, 3 months and come back and expect to still have your job there waiting for you, then you must be kidding me. You are not working in Ghana's public service. Ghana Broadcasting Corporation is under the Public Service Commission when it comes to HR policies. And as a CEO, I have the responsibility to ensure that all these regulations are enforced. So, for example, they are of the view that if a staff at GBC works, he must be promoted based on the number of years he works. But the Public Service Commission regulations requires that every rank comes with a certain level of academic qualification. If you don't have it, you can be here 100 years, you will not get that promotion by virtue of time worked. These things I'm enforcing, they are not happy with it. They think that somebody without an HND or a degree can come to GBC and rise up to become a deputy director. And I said, no way. The Public Service Commission guidelines are very clear about promotions. You, for example, if you don't have a first degree, you can never rise to be a manager. So I have said, I'm enforcing these things. I'm enforcing it. And I am not going to relent on these issues. The union is of a different opinion. So listen, Omaro, I have over 1,000 staff working. And if 12 people gather outside GBC under a mango tree to hold a press conference and declare me persona non grata. Look, I came to office today at 7 o'clock. I'm still speaking from my office. And I'll be leaving here by 6:30. There has been nothing to show that there is industrial disharmony here at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. The staff have understood exactly the agenda of this small group of people who have hijacked the union to misbehave. Over 1,000 staff are working, and 12 people, 14 people go to sit under a mango tree outside the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation to hold a press conference. And that should be something that we should be bothered about. No, I just think that they are noise makers, and I also think that the issues they have raised, they have made them up, because I am not the first DG to have his salary delayed. The difference between NMC appointing and Finance Ministry issuing salary, financial clearance is not new. It takes time. And I am not going to be the last person to have this experience. So please, let me be very clear with you.
Okay.
The union executives, a very small group of them. In fact, by the way, not all the union executives are following them. They've lost their way.
Okay.
Ghana Broadcasting Corporation doesn't belong to them.
So
it is a public sector organization and will be guided by public policy.
Are you suggesting that your interventions so that the old way of doing things is stopped is the reason that they are coming after you?
Absolutely, nothing else. Their all problem is that I should let GBC revert the old style so that they can misbehave and still get salary. How do you expect not to come to work and be paid? How do you expect that you don't even have an HND or a first degree and you want to be promoted just because you have spent years at GBC? It doesn't work like that.
So for instance, Sam Natkevo, who is on the other line, who you said doesn't work, have you cut his salary?
Some time back, I stopped his salary. Then his national union executives came to discuss with me that I should restore it so that we will have some meetings. When I restored it, they have since refused to attend those meetings. I don't touch salary. I don't take a decision to stop somebody's salary. What happens is this. If you don't work, I am not the one to determine. Your head of department will indicate that you haven't come to work. So they will not write your name down for salary validation. And if your salary, they don't validate your name, you will not be paid. So yes, if he doesn't work, his salary will be stopped, and it's not the Director General who will stop it. However, as a CEO, I have the responsibility to ensure that government policy is implemented.
Okay.
So that I do not have any case of unearned salaries, so that next time I'll sit at park answering questions I shouldn't be answering.
Very well.
So please, if the head of department confirms that he works, he will be paid. If the head of department confirms that he hasn't worked, his salary will be stopped. And it is not me that will stop it. It is the process.
Very well. Before you go, and it's not every time we speak to you, there's a worker of yours who, upon noticing we're going to speak to you, sent a message to me. So the person sent an artwork done by the GBC, which is quoting you when you were celebrating GBC at 90 years. And you said that at 90 years, GBC as a corporate body has grown tired. It needs a moment of rebirth. The person sent me this and said that please let him speak to this post with reference to the fact that he has headed the place for the longest period in history, and the corporation has gone from bad to worse, a complete nosedive. Then I asked the person, what are the indicators for measuring this performance? And the person replied, he has not been on salary for some months now. I think you've answered that. Controller and Accountant General's department stopped his salary because his contract ended, yet he's still at post. The union chair has fact and blah blah. I think that has been dealt. But another part the person speak about, it says simple equipment needed to work are not even available. Staff had buses transporting them to and from work. When he took over, all the buses are broken down. When last did you watch GTV? Production has almost collapsed. Logistics to produce programs are not available. The issues are many. Can you respond to this before you leave?
Thank you very much. And I think that the fellow has rather helped me to make my case. Listen, first of all, when I came to GPC, there were not the buses sending workers to whom were not even there. Under my tenure, I have increased the fleet. By the first time I did 6 vehicles, and then now I have done 8 vehicles to add to the fleet. So if you come to GBC and you see, or if you see 9 GBC vehicles on the road with 9 branding, it is because I have generated revenue from IGF. And I want him to know that the IGF data on GBC shows an upward swing since I came to Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. However, he should remember that he should measure our progress from the depth from which we have emerged. When I came to GBC, GTV was already having the same problem that he's describing. We have got a lot of equipment. We have retooled the studios. I introduced video walls to GBC. Didn't you know that before I came here, none of our studios had video walls? My management team worked to equip GBC. However, I did say it needs a repair simply because if you are bringing this equipment in and the attitude of the staff is still one of an entitlement mindset, not a mindset that demonstrates that I must produce before I get rewarded, that I am entitled to this and that and that, we are not going to go nowhere. So the repair I am talking about is simply to say that we should do away with this entitlement mindset, which is pushing union chairman Sam Nat and Co going about demanding heaven on earth, even though their contribution to our revenue is negative. They don't work. That is the rebirth I'm talking about. And in doing that rebirth, the union must choose to either align and work with management to put GBC forward, or management will continue to make strides to develop GBC. So I can tell him that he should look at GBC very well and compare it to GBC before I came. It's a whole different world. Even driving into GBC and driving now, you will know, yes, GBC has changed. If he is not aware that we have made progress, then he is deliberately refusing to understand what we are doing. However, when it comes to equipment, we have done a lot of new equipment purchases.
Okay.
I came to GBC to introduce robotic cameras into a Studio 9. I have looked into the refurbishment and the transformation of the new studio. I introduced, video walls into Sports Plus channel studio and GTV main studio and GBC News Studios. All these transformations, if they are not seeing it, then I think that they are deliberately being blind to the progress that we have chalked.
Another person.
I am assuring you,
okay,
Ghana Broadcasting Corporation needs a rebirth. A rebirth that will do away with this idea that the union can determine who becomes DG or when the DG will go. Let me tell you, the last time they did that, we have a judgment debt which which is still unpaid.
Are you talking about the locals period or after?
No, I'm talking about Ampem Dako.
Okay. In fact, before I just wanted just one more thing. A listener, a worker of yours again has also sent a message. And that person also says, you have divided the union. Said the union members who support him have been promoted. Others have been given bungalows meant for directors. Is that what you're doing?
Absolutely. I have never given a bungalow to any union or former union staff. And that is a complete fabrication. I have not given. They should just name me that one person. Number two, I cannot divide the union. It is that some of the discerning members of the union found out that the union had lost its mandate and its focus and was now on a project that had no sense to them. So they left the union to focus on GBC workers as GBC workers. And they are working. They've realized that they're wasting their time following the union and they are working. So how do I divide them? How can I divide the union? The union is there. I am not a union member. So even some members of the union have decided to leave the union positions and rather focus on their work at GBC, how can you blame them? Please, I have never promoted any former union person. No. Promotions don't happen like that. It's just a fabrication. There is nothing like that. A union member a former union member has decided he's going to focus on his work in the newsroom and abandon these union activities that takes GBC nowhere. He was of the opinion that a union that doesn't work with management has lost its direction. And that is why he left the union. How do I get to divide them? He should remember that every staff of GBC is a staff first before the union comes in as an organizational membership. So please, all the staff of GBC, whether union or no union, are supposed to work with me. There is nothing like divide. The union is there. They hold their elections and they elect their members.
Very well.
I cannot divide them.
Okay,
so
thank
please,
you.
There's nothing like that.
Thank you so much, Prof, for speaking to us.
Thank you very much, Umaru, for the opportunity.
That's Professor Amin Al-Hassan. He's Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Let me finish with the Union Chairman for GBC. Sam Natkevo, your DG says you had only 12 people under a mango tree outside your premises. You don't even have the locus of the staff. You don't have people on your side. In fact, your GBC admin on Facebook has gone to post a long message accusing us and other media houses that are broadcasting that you have declared your DG persona non grata. The GBC official Facebook page says that those of you who were doing the press conference, you don't have locals and that you are very few. And the DG has said you in particular, you don't come to work. There was a time your salary was withdrawn. They came to beg for you, your salary was reinstated. And that no food for lazy man at GBC. That's what he's trying to end, and you guys are fighting him.
Aman.
Umaru.
Unfortunately, Umaru, sorry, once again. Unfortunately, what I have before you called me, I could not hear anything. I'm only using the phone. So some of the questions you were paraphrasing before I could hear it. This is not an issue that you personalize it. I know the personalization has been the order of the day. In the what you asked, this is not the first time his financial clearance delayed. I can tell you that he partly played a role in the delay of his financial clearance. Somewhere 2020, having accepted conditions of service, he wrote to Fair Wages and Salary Commission for a review of this condition of service. Before Fair Wages responded, before they wrote a letter to the Ministry of Information then, and then to Ministry of Finance. So that also played it. If you employ 2019 October and 2020, you wrote back asking for a review of the condition of service, it played a delay on that. That should be on record. Secondly, you also asked him about, he said his intervention, that is called, the letter that suspending his salary did not say that because of the intervention he's doing, the workers are angry, that's why the salary has been suspended. That's what being on record. There's an illegality because financial clearance has not been secured per the law. Now, I have not been working and then my salary has been suspended and all this. Last year, this didn't happen. My brother, there is a procedure you follow. Where have I received any query telling me that I have not worked, so that my failure not to answer that query or my query response will constitute a disciplinary action? There are procedures that you follow. If granted that the person is not working, and I am telling you because of victimization, they will look at all this. I don't want to divert this. The fact is that he's not on salary. The governance practice. Let the whole world hear this. Can this be practiced anywhere apart from GBC?
Very well.
That the CEO is not on salary and yet he's doing the signing check, signing contract. This is what the government of issue the union is having. Whether somebody is not working, that is not what the controller has suspended the salary on.
Okay.
It might be on record.
Very well.
I've known, unfortunately, it's a long discussion with him, but I'm only using phone. I was not privy to listen to what the other side of saying. But I'm saying that our issue is that he is not on salary, so and the question mark is that his contract, a contract extension, is into question.
Very well. Thank you.
Public office must not raise doubt, and the office holder of the public office should not be suspicious of. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's Sam Nat Kevo, his union chairman of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation staff. This is Eyewitness News.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Fun fact. Did you know that most frogs can leap more than 20 times their body length? Yup. Magical. Now just imagine your business with that kind of reach. Take that leap with Frog. Frog is a bulk SMS, voice messaging, and IVR from Wiggle. User-friendly, fast, and reliable. Get more features on one platform for all your bulk messaging needs. Whether you're a church, financial institution, school, corporate organization, or individual, if you need to reach people with your services, do it with Frog. Contact 0553 019 529 or 0552 809 558. Speak to us at www.wiggle.com.gh. Frog, a leap into greatness.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Damex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Like a fiesta on my side, I'm all wrapped up. And all I think about is my pay. I get classic, I get bloody, I get stronger, also fruity. Got of course all night to take me longer. Still just scheme, all I need is my champagne, drinks of pain. So I go for the glow up and keep the vibe 100 with no party plans. Fiesta, fiesta, wrap it up.
Wrap it up with Fiesta condoms. Comes in 9 different variants to spice up your game. Available in any pharmacy near you.
Prevents STIs and unintended pregnancy when used correctly.
This advert is FDA approved.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Lucky Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
And let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's much we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Today, two persons went to the NPP headquarters to file nominations. One of them, former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. His spokesperson, Dr. Gideon Boaku, will be joining me on Point Blank later tonight, so we'll talk about that. But another person who also filed nomination is former Minister for Education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. Eno has a summary of that story.
Former Education Minister and Bosomtwe MP Dr. Yao Osei Educhum has pledged to run a clean and respectful campaign as he seeks to lead the New Patriotic Party into the 2026 general elections. He made the commitment after filing his nomination forms at the party's headquarters to contest the NPP flagbearership race, assuring that his campaign would focus on ideas and policies rather than personal attacks.
We shake the foundations of our party. We shake the foundations of this nation. I, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, come to this process with humility. I'm going to wage a very clean campaign. A campaign that will just talk about what I have done and what I will do for my party and for my nation. A campaign without acrimony. A campaign without insults. A campaign full of respect. And that is what my campaign will be about. Delegates who are hereby gathered, I want you to know one thing. As a young man growing up in Ashanti and Western regions, father who was uneducated, mother who was uneducated, spending substantial part of my time on a cocoa farm, I never expected that one day I'll be here, and on this day, I will be filing my nomination to contest for the flag bearership of the New Patriotic Party. But that day has come. With all humility, we are going to begin the process. I know you know me as a former Minister for Education. And I know there are many of you who meet me on the street. And you talk about the work that I did at the Ministry of Education.
You heard former Education Minister and Member of Parliament for Bosomtwe, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum.
Yao Opoku Mensah speaks for Dr. Yao Osei Educhum. He's joining us on the line. Mr. Opoku Mensah, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thanks for having me.
Your candidate sounds very excited. He believes that he can make it in this race where he's going against a former vice president and other persons who have run before in the past. How confident is he?
Okay, let me say a good evening to yourself and to our lovely listeners. Rightly put, and I believe you've seen pictures or videos or heard audios of what transpired at the party end. I believe you've heard of the commentary people are running with regards to what happened today. This is a new dawn, a new era within our political space. A journey that didn't start today, a journey that started some years back, a journey with a vision that is anchored on prosperity for all, a journey that Dr. Yao Osei Educhum believes should be the architect to ensure that we're able to engineer ourselves out of poverty. And that is the driving edge, and that is what he believes in, and that is what he has been doing all these while, especially when he has the opportunity to be the Minister for Education. Everything that he echoed into our ears is towards a certain paradigm shift with regards to our socio-economic development, and that is the edge that he is coming with, and that is why he is prepared for this all activities within the political space of the NPP as we speak.
Considering that he was a minister and he hasn't really done this before, and frankly speaking, he hasn't been in the country for the longest. He returned perhaps 10, 15 years ago. How does he match up with other persons who have been here from the formation days of the party, who have been pushing and fighting for decades?
Yeah, we need to also appreciate that NPP, in terms of its numbers, canvassing for vote is not only limited to the confines of Ghana. We do have a diaspora outfit within other jurisdictions, especially in the United States of America, where Dr. was the vice chair of California, USA. And therefore, he has been an integral member of the party, canvassing for vote, contributing to his quota towards the fortunes of the party from the days of President Kufuor through to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, eventually he being part of the government since 2017. From 2017 up to date, he's a sitting member of parliament. And I don't know what kind of duration that we are looking at before one can be seen as actively participating in the fortunes of the party since its inception. I can boldly say that when you talk of those that started this core business with regards to contributing and helping the success of the NPP, you cannot take the diaspora out of this whole equation. And therefore, you cannot take the contribution of the people from the United States of America to the fortunes of this party. Dr. Osei Duchum, within the political space, is noted for what he is able to achieve, a person who is able to walk his talk. That is why he is able to prove to you his little contribution with regards to the success story of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government from 2017 up to 2024. And that alone should give you a fair understanding or a clearer picture as to who this person, Dr. Osei Duchum, is and what he stands for. Within this fold, none of the candidates do have that experience as to appearing on a ballot for us to vote for that individual, with the exception of the candidate, the former vice president. But this time, there is a new order altogether. There is a new atmosphere within the system that requires a new leadership, and that requires a different approach to what we witnessed prior to the 2024 elections. And that is why this becomes unique in the historical antecedents of the party and the history of Dr. Osei Duchum. It is time for us to have a leader with that transformative thinking, with a leader who has seen it all and is ready to ensure that what Ghana lacks within its developmental agenda is inserted for us to be able to climb up to where our peers have gotten to.
Very well.
We should be at where the Singapores and the South Koreans are. And if we are not there and we are up in arms as their country, begging for something for our country, then it tells you that we need a paradigm shift from the old GDPs and the exchange rate, etc. We need to develop our human capital to tilt it towards what we aspire our country to get to. And that is why Dr. Osei Duchum comes into the big picture as the preferred candidate for our forward movement and the thinking ability of this country.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. That's Yao Opoku Mensah. He speaks for Dr. Osei Duchum. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. Eno.
Yes, 6 people have been rescued while an unspecified number are feared drowned after a boat carrying displaced persons capsized on the Black Volta at Dinia-Tuonbo in the Savannah region. The victims were reportedly attempting to cross the river when the overloaded boat overturned. Personnel from the National Disaster Management Organization and other security agencies have since deployed a rescue team to the area to search for survivors and retrieve bodies. Speaking to the media, the Savannah Regional Director of National Disaster Management Organization, Muhammad Zakaria, says investigations are ongoing to determine the cause of the incident.
Some of the displaced persons, in the anxiety to leave the area, tried boarding a boat to cross to the other side of the country, which is sharing boundary with the Côte d'Ivoire. And unfortunately, it's alleged that the boat capsized. And according to the team, they were able to rescue over about 6 people, but the rest of the crew, as at now, they are still searching for them. as we speak, NADMO has sent a team over there to ascertain the veracity of the truth.
Savannah Regional Director of National Disaster Management Organization, Muhammad Zakaria.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Ugomi, and what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it will protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together, because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change. Capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Before the end of this year, some significant improvement would have been noticed on that road. And it's not going to be a 9-day wonder. He's back to site to continue with the project.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
A lot of responsibility rests on the shoulders of African leaders to create an environment that is conducive to trade and investment. We wish to partner with any nation of the world.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation.
Everything in this world is subject to abuse. And that's why there are checks and balances. That's why you have to also go to court and do...
From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
People normally enter the boat without the life jackets. We believe strongly that if they were wearing life jackets, their lives would have been saved.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
I thought I should contain myself. But he should be careful. He did not win the election on merit. The NDC won the Asokwa election by default. For whatever reason, we, the MPP, we decided to hand over power.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel 1 TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move and dream today. From our Express Points to EcoBank Pay, online banking and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Inusafa. Let's settle for the details. Ghana's unemployment rate eased to 13.6% at the end of 2024, down from 14.6% in 2023, marking a 1 percentage point improvement. This is according to the latest annual Household Income and Expenditure Survey and Quarter 4 Labor Statistics 2024 report released by the Ghana Statistical Service. Presenting the findings at a press briefing, government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu noted that unemployment remains most severe among the youth, with 22.5% of Ghanaians aged 15 to 35 currently without jobs.
Now, the unemployment rate declined to 13.1% in 2024 quarter 4, down from 13.3% in quarter 3 of 2024. This marks the lowest level since the 14.9% peak we saw in quarter 1 of 2023. The unemployment rate averaged 13.6% in 2024, down from 14.6% in 2023. 1 percentage point decline.
You heard government statistician Dr. Al-Hassan Idrisu. The Ghana Gold Board has suspended the license of Eyewitness Gold Enterprise, a Tier 2 licensed gold buyer, with immediate effect. The suspension announced on Thursday follows an adverse investigative finding that the company was engaged in illegal gold pricing in violation of the terms and conditions of its license. In a compliance notice signed by the Compliance Directorate, Gold Board directed all licensed traders, miners, and the general public to desist from engaging in any gold transactions with Eyewitness Gold Enterprise. Gold Board emphasized its commitment to enforcing the laws and regulatory governing Ghana's gold trading sector, noting that accountability and transparency remain central to its oversight role. Away from that, Managing Director of Fidelity Bank Ghana, Julian Opuni, has reaffirmed the bank's commitment to placing sustainability at the heart of its operations. He was speaking at the bank's annual sustainability conference, which brought together key stakeholders to explore innovative ways of promoting sustainable business practices. Julian Opuni outlined measures the bank will take to build on progress achieved so far.
We started the journey in 2023 when we marked our commitment to embed sustainability into the core of the bank's operations. And that's the time where we introduced our 3 sustainability pillars, which is sustainable finance, sustainable operations, and CSR. And we used that to fuel building partnerships that we believe will help shape the future of green finance here in Ghana. In 2024, we advanced those efforts by launching the Fidelity Bank Green Tech Innovation Challenge, and we committed over 1 million Ghana Cedis to support young entrepreneurs who are developing green technologies. These innovations, from urban farming solutions to agricultural machinery, are now being used across Ghana, which demonstrates the real impact of climate finance. The first cohort of entrepreneurs have generated over 13 million cedis in revenue. In today's terms, it's over $1 million in revenue, and created new jobs and secured further funding to grow their businesses. The innovations such as the solar dryers, the automated cashew nut separators, and organic fertilizers have benefited over 900 farmers.
Julian Opuni is Managing Director of Fidelity Bank Ghana. Head of Partnerships, Sustainability and CSR at Fidelity Bank, Nanaya Afriyediodu Oforikori, added that the bank has new products designed to support sustainable practices across various sectors of the economy.
We see that support for local economic stimulus is very key. So we have a number of products and a number of innovative activities we do. The first one we talk about is the Orange Corners Innovation Fund. It's a partnership with the Netherlands Embassy and Growth Africa, where we support youth-led and female-led businesses between ages of 18 and 35 to access finance from the bank.
Nanaya Free Diodio Forikori is Head of Partnerships, Sustainability and CSR at Fidelity Bank. That's all for City Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Inu Safo. Up next is Points Blank.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Your family's health should never be a worry, no matter where you are in the world. Are you a Ghanaian in the diaspora, a foreign resident in Ghana, or a Ghanaian looking for the perfect health insurance plan for yourself or your family in Ghana? Then the Apex Ebusiapa Health Cover is what you need. A comprehensive health insurance plan to protect your loved ones. From hospital stays to life-saving treatments, we ensure quality healthcare at an affordable cost. Apex Ebusiapa Health Cover. You don't just send love home, you secure it. Visit Apex Health Insurance at Zion House, Boundary Road, Shashi East Legon, or call 0540-128-256 or 0501-683912. Apex Ebusiapa Health Plan. Global love, local care.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so
this is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Welcome contestants to the final round. Winner takes all. For 1,000 points, all you have to do is give me the correct answer to the following riddle. I am one place, but with the right connection, I can be 1,000 other places. Some people call me magic. Some people call me a feeling. In me, you can be anything you want to be. I'm the most common and yet the rarest place in the whole world. What am I?
A church.
All wrong. Contestant 3, what's your answer?
The answer is home.
Correct. Congratulations to our winner. Contestant 3.
There's no place like home. Connect your home to super fast internet with affordable data bundles from MTN Home. Visit broadband.mtn.com.gh or your My MTN app to sign up today. MTN.
Share is our pride. Share is our future. Tamale Kawula. This year we bring the whole world to Tamale for the World Share Expo 2025 with one purpose: empowering women and youth-led SMEs in the share value chain, the role of government and financial institutions. Are you a farmer, picker, processor, entrepreneur, policymaker, or investor? Join us at the Modern City Hotel Tamale for the World Share Expo 2025. Special guest, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. This is a call to action. Don't miss it. World Share Expo 2025, 2nd to 4th September 2025 from 10 a.m. daily at Modern City Hotel Tamale. Share is more than a seed. It's a future of wealth, empowerment, and transformation. Be there. This event is proudly brought to you by Presidential Initiatives in Agriculture and Agribusiness, Savannah Golden Tree Limited, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Exim Bank, Cocoa Board, Tree Crop Development Authority, Ghana Cocoa Coffee and Share Nut Farmers Association, and the Northern Regional Coordinating Council and partners. World Share Expo 2025. Share to the world.
No! Introducing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244-644048. I repeat, or call 0244-644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
This is Point Blank on Eyewitness News. Point Blank is brought to you by Valex Lease Equipment Limited. Valex Lease, you are assured of affordable document management solutions. My name is Umaru Sandamadu, and tonight on Point Blank, we are talking about DMP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. His former vice president, seeking now to be flag bearer of the NPP. Today, he filed his nomination. The man who speaks to him, for him, went into the elections last year, and he was about the only person who won on the NPP ticket for the region that he's coming from, representing the people of Tanon North. His deputy ranking on the Finance Committee of Parliament. His name is Dr. Gideon Bako. Doc, you're welcome to Point Blank.
Thank you, Sunday, for having me.
How are you doing? I haven't met you since you won your election, so congratulations.
You have missed a lot.
These days, every MP has to be celebrated because
it wasn't easy. The guys, they just massacred the whole thing.
Your region you are the only one.
Yeah, for NPP, I'm the only one who.
That's what which of the bonus is that?
Yes, I have for Tananoff constituency.
And Bono region, how many do you have?
Bono region 2, we had 1. Kanodamwa.
And Bono East?
1.
Wow.
So
the whole Bronx have for 3?
Yes, 3.
Charlie, when you stood by Dr. Bawumia for that concession on, was it Sunday morning? I think I remember it was Sunday morning or so. How did you feel? Especially what happened in Parliament, how did you feel? Because you had celebrated, you had won, but you can't even celebrate your personal victory.
Yeah, it was a mixed feeling. First of all, it was sad, but standing by him, I was inspired by his courage also and his fortitude. I saw in him somebody who knew that he's down but not buried, and therefore there is another opportunity, and that's why he took the decision to make that early concession. I remember before he decided to do that, early in the morning he called me and told me this is what he wants to do. What do I think? Should he wait for the EC to officially declare the presidential results, or based on the certainty that we have lost, he should go ahead to do that? And I could see from his voice that he wasn't frightened. And I asked him, why do you want to do it now? He says, I'm looking at the peace of this country. And I just had some sigh of relief. And I got to know that there was a lot of foresight into that decision, not just for the politics. And that kind of demonstration inspired me a lot. So when I went to the house and he was going to do that, he was full of energy, very cheerful and motivating and encouraging those of us who were down at the time that he will come back. These were his words. He will come back. So let's do what is needful for the country now.
So the comeback for you starts from today. Talk to us about why he is coming back, because if you lead your party into war as a general and the battle is lost, should you not retreat and allow other people to take over?
Yeah, you listen to him today. He said a lot of things. But one of the key things that he said today is the fact that he thinks throughout his life, Ghana and the NPP have given him a lot. And he thinks he must give back to Ghana. He mentioned that today. And this is not the first time he said it. A lot of the time when he has had the opportunity to talk to us, especially when we travel outside the country, we go to Harvard, Oxford, and meet Ghanaian students, and he's trying to encourage them to come back. He uses his own life as an example, why he decided that after many years of schooling at Buckingham, Oxford, Simon Fraser, he decided to come back to Ghana because he felt he had something to contribute. And he was happy that he entered the policy arena through Bank of Ghana and later through politics to impact life. He thinks that Ghana has given him a lot, and he also has a lot to contribute to Ghana. The NPP has also given him a lot. The NPP brought him to the limelight in terms of the public and national appeal. He has a lot to contribute. Somebody like that, when he sits back and he feels he's unable to inject into Ghana what he has, he gets worried. So this is one of his key preoccupations and the reason why he thinks he has stepped foot forward again. And he also believes that he can do it because, like he said today, the little that he did as vice president in his constitutional limitations for the office of the vice president, he gets gratified that people have the sense that he has been the most impactful vice president. So he also knows that if the little he did as vice president in the constitutional limitation has been recorded by people as the most impactful vice president, then it goes without saying that given the opportunity, he can be one of the most impactful presidents Ghana would ever have, and he would want to have that experience and opportunity to serve Ghana at the higher level.
But if the MPP trusted him once and he didn't deliver the victory they so yearned for, why should the MPP trust him again?
Well, we have been told that the downfall of a man has never been the end of his life. He's not the first to try the presidential seat and lose it. Others tried, they lost, they persevered with tenacity, they were able to make it. He equally believes if Kufuor tried once, twice and made it, Akufo-Addo tried multiple times, made it, Mills tried multiple times, made it, John Mahama tried multiple times, made it, why should he sit back? He also thinks God will be on his side, he will try again, and he can make it such that he can deliver to Ghana what he thinks God has given him.
What does he make of the people who are contesting him? I mean, you can use quote and unquote the audacity. Dr. Brian Champon is currently an MP, served as a minister when he was vice president. Kenneth Japan tried it before already, so we may not really say that he is new. Dr. Educhum served as minister when he was vice president. He's also running against him. Kwabena Japan has done it before, so you may not necessarily say that he's new. But the fact that people who worked with him in his government are not on his side, they are coming against him, speaks volumes, does it not?
It doesn't actually. You know, the MPP has a tradition, and that tradition is a democratic one. We like contests and competition. In fact, if you look at Ghana's political history, our tradition has been one of the most democratic traditions. This time around, we are even having fewer people contesting. In some time past, we've had 17 people. Akufo-Addo sat in the same cabinet with these 17 people, but they decided they have to contest him. Kufuor was contested by his own brother-in-law. His wife's brother contested him. Kufuor was contested by his own blood brother, one mother, one father. It never deterred him from pursuing his dream. Akufo-Addo was contested by his close relatives in the NPP. That is the beauty of the democracy of the NPP. So Bawumia will equally be contested by like-minded NPP people, some of whom, as you said, are former ministers of the President Akufo-Addo government. There's nothing wrong with that. It is the beauty of our democracy, and it also deepens the democratic ethos. So there's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, we will compete, Bawumia will win, and we will cooperate to fight or to work for the bigger seat of the presidency.
There's a view that he benefited from incumbency advantage and that the Jubilee House whipped people into line, and that's why they supported him, but that the support he had was artificial. Now that he's in opposition, these people who were whipped into line because they were in government have now found their voices and they've moved away, and that he has been left without a base. How do you respond to that?
In the march to such a bigger contest, you definitely have accusations and counter accusations going on. Yeah. Yes. People are being whipped. Nobody is being whipped. You need to work your way through to get the support and the love of the people of MPP. You can't buy it. Other than that, those who claim they have money should be the ones that are controlling the base, and Bawumia should be the one complaining that you're using your money to buy support. But they are realizing that despite the hoping sums of money injected into the campaign, they are still unable to buy the loyalty of people. Bawumia's loyalty is priceless. The people well positioned, has the character, has the humility, has the respect of the people, and can deliver power to the MPP and serve as a president who will not disgrace the party. It's also important for the party people. You can be a president, but your conduct should hold the party together such that even as you rule as the president, Ghanaians will still have trust, confidence, and belief in the dignity of the character of the NPP people.
Talking about loyalty, before he became vice president and throughout his vice presidency, the economy is something that we put around Dr. Bawumia. He's like the lead guy for the economy management and all of that. It is curious that into this contest now, all the people who have worked in that space with him have abandoned his boat, except, of course, Dr. Amin Adam, who is still MP, who was former finance minister. But the deputies, Abna Ose Asare is not supporting him. Stika was here in this same chair 2 days ago. He served as deputy finance minister. He's not with him. From Obuasi West, what's his name? Kweku Kwatin is also not supported. And Ampabin. If they trusted in his economic knowledge and might, he should have been in the forefront of leading the agenda for him now. And yet they've left him. That's a problem, is it not?
The names you mentioned are not the yardsticks that people or the party people use to measure their support for any candidate. They are also equally part of the basket of votes that everybody is campaigning to win. So they have their own right to decide who they support. And let me tell you, in time past, most of these people never supported Bawumia. In the 2023 elections, Abena Osei-Asare supported Alan Chermatin. When Alan Chermatin lost the super delegates and decided to opt out of MPP, she went and supported Kennedy Ejapon. And Pabin at the time never supported Bawumia. Dr. Mark Esibeyebo, I don't know who he supported at the time, so I can't say he supported S or Y, but I can say with certainty that he was not part of the Bawumia team. Okay? Stika, yes, there is an indication he supported Bawumia, and I won't doubt it. Kweku Kwatin, I know, supported Bawumia. And so just as today, people who were moving with other candidates, Kennedy Japon's own campaign manager has left him. His key financier, Opombio, has left him. Edward Boatenko have left him. They have gone to other camps. Okay, some have left, other people joined Bawumia. You understand? So this is politics. It has nothing to do with which personality is supporting who, and that gives an indication that this is where others may have gone. No, they have in their own right decided to do S or Y. Okay. They have the right to do that, and we don't begrudge them.
Dr. Bawumia has talked about the soul of the party. Your party has to be intact by the end of January into February next year before you go into 2028. Today when he spoke, he talked about the attacks, the intra-attacks, and he wants all of that turned against the NDC instead. How worried is he about the internal issues that are rising as a result of this election, and how does he intend to do the Atamils kind of thing? If you insult him, you say, okay, that's it, or he's going to fight back? How is he going to do it?
No, first and foremost, you can trust me that Bawumia is not going to fight back on insults. He will fight back on policies and what he thinks we must do to make the MPP better. But trust me, he's never going to fight back on it. It is not his style. It's just like dancing. Even if he insults, it will go well. You understand?
You have to take him to dancing lessons.
Exactly. So
I know that
just as dancing is not his style, insult is equally not his style. So that is why he said today, if there would be anyone to bring divisions and rancor in the NPP, you can trust him that he, Bawumia, will not be the source. So his style is to project his vision, to tell you what is done before. And if you listen to all the aspirants who are filed, I dare say that Bawumia is the only person who has been able to demonstrate clear policy vision path for the country and for the NPP. He talked about what he was able to do in his little corner as vice president, and he thinks that given the opportunity he can do more, and he outlined his vision for Ghana and the party. His style is not to insult. That is why he called on all of them that we should not just say we want unity, we must demonstrate the same as we are claiming, and therefore he has to also lead, and he has pledged to lead, that he's not going to talk about personality, he's not going to talk about people, he's not going to talk about insults, but he wants us to stop the internal attacks, because whether you like it or not, the NDC have given indication, and they have done it in the past. We saw it in the 2024 campaign. Few months to the elections, all the adverts NDC played on TV, on social media, were words that were used by NPP people against the NPP. Some had described the party as a party of riffraffs, party of nincompops, party of people who don't know what they are doing, and some had said they even regret joining the NPP. when you have leaders of a political party denigrate the party to this raggedy format, can you convince any young person to have love for the party and see the party as an attractive thing to do? So Bawumia thinks that our own words were part of the reasons why we lost, and by the margin with which we lost. Those who spewed those words should have honorably come out to apologize to the party. Unfortunately, they want to gloss over their own misconduct that landed us in the pitch, or in the pit that we found ourselves, and rather turn around to blame Bawumia. I think the party people have seen through that. We have to and go. They will do the needful. We want everybody to play it safe.
We have to go. But the issue that has been trending this week has to do with the comments made by Dr. Brian Achampong about the northern votes. Dr. Bawumia promised that he would bring the northern votes, the Zongo votes. He didn't bring them. And that's all he said. He said he didn't attack, he wasn't an ethnic bigot and all of that. How do you respond to that?
I think first and foremost, there was a lot of dishonesty on the part of Brian Achampong when he made those claims. And a lot of falsehoods. Okay? You can decide to speak for yourself. But when you want to speak about others, you have to be measured about what you say. When you say Bawumia didn't bring the northern votes, what exactly does he mean? Is he saying that the northern terrain was a region that the MPP was winning and we lost? Or it is a region that we used to lose already and Bawumia made the loss worse? Or what? I have heard people and I've seen that narrative, and we have provided the data. That what they are saying is not supported by the data. First and foremost, they said Bawumia's own people didn't vote for him. But the electoral data for 2024 shows clearly that in 15 out of the 16 regions, NPP votes declined in every single region from 2020 to 2024. In fact, on top of my head, in Greater Accra region, the votes that we got in 2020, when we're coming to 2024, declined by over 500,000. In Ashanti region, it declined by over 400,000. In Eastern region, over 300,000.
So it's not exclusive to the north?
No, it's not exclusive to the north. Okay. The interesting thing is that the only region, okay, in which MPP votes did not decrease in 2024 relative to 2020 is Bawumia's own home region, which is the Northeast region. Okay. Why are they grossing over this fact? To indicate that there's only one region that MPP appreciated in votes in 2024 relative to 2020, and that region is the Northeast region in the northern region. So to say that Bawumia's own home region did not vote for him is bastardization of the fact and data and display of intellectual dishonesty, and people who want to come to the table to serve as flag bearers and ultimately presidents of this country should not engage in such bastardization of facts and display of intellectual dishonesty.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gideon Boako. He is Deputy Ranking Member on the Finance Committee and MP for Tanon North, but we're busy talking about Dr. Bawumia. Are you still his spokesperson?
Yeah, I'm still his technical advisor and spokesperson.
Okay, I'll tell Speaker Bagbin that you are engaging in private office.
I'm not paid for that. I'm not paid for the role I play for Bawumia now.
It's voluntary.
He has helped me, nurtured me, groomed me to become an MP. The best I can do is to give back to him without any pay.
Wish you all the best, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So that's Dr. Gideon Boako. He was my guest on Point Blank, which is brought to you by Valex Lee's Affordable Document Management Solutions. I am Umaru Sandamado. I did this with Eno Safo Production by Beverly London, Sami Wiafe, Kobina Wilson, Chris Sima, Juliana Damia Sari, and Mano Ayama. Emmanuel Lati helped us in the studio, and Emmanuel Owusu with his new media team helped us online. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow at 17:30 GMT. Have a good night.